What's going on? Welcome to the rebroadcast of the Lion's Den. Coming up this hour, I have music from Carl Wolf and Carmen, the latest on Nelly Furtado, the latest on what's going on in Toronto, and which celebrity hates the telephone. Right now, Theory of a Dead Man, Bad Girlfriend, Lion's Den. Cobra Starship and Good Girls Go Bad. Before that, Carmen featuring Big Tigger with Sweat. And before that, Carl Wolf told you that you were beautiful. And the time now is 12:20. This is the Lion's Den. I'm your host, King Leo, and here is the latest on Nelly Furtado. The Canadian singer released her new album, Mi Plan, this week, in which she sings Spanish. It seems that Furtado's little girl had a comment about the disc. Now, Furtado's little girl, Nevis, who recently just turned 6, said, "Mommy, there are too many slow songs and you need more fast ones." Listening to her child's advice, Furtado went back into the studio and added more rhythm to some of the songs. Well, that's always good to take your child's advice. I mean, well, they're a part of you anyway, so you're raising them continuously, at least until you're sick of them. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's the latest on Nelly Furtado, and coming up after the break, we're going to have the weather and some 50 Cent. So hang on. It's time for your Lion's Den Toronto weather. Today, cloudy with showers and a high of 23. A low of 10 tonight with more showers, and for tomorrow, more showers and a high of 25. And for Wednesday, a sun cloud mix and a high of 20. That's the weather. You're up to date. And right now, let's get into some 50 Cent. And okay, you're right. Here on the Lion's Den on Ustream TV. Hey, okay. Sorry about that malfunction. We're back. Again, great music on the Lion's Den coming up. I'm your host, King Leo. It's 12:36. We're going to try this one more time. It's Van Halen, Jump, on the Lion's Den. And stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you what celebrity hates the phone. Classified with Up All Night. Before that, Van Halen with Jump. And before that, NKOTB featuring Neo, Asked You If You Were Single. This is the Lion's Den. The time now is 12:41, and I've got the latest on what's going on in Toronto. Are you looking for something environmentally friendly this weekend? Check out the Green Building Festival. With a focus on innovation, Canada's premier green building event explores environmentally friendly business and design. For more information, go to toronto.com. That's what's going on in Toronto. And coming up right after the break, we're going to have some Santana featuring Chad Kroeger. Next. 12:43, the Lion's Den. I'm your host, King Leo, and this is Santana featuring Chad Kroeger, Into the Night, on the Lion's Den on Ustream TV. Ja Rule featuring Ashley Joy with Free. Right before that, we had Chad Kroeger and Santana with Into the Night. And before that, Classified told you he was up all night. This is the Lion's Den. The time now is 12:51. And this is the celebrity who is afraid of the phone. Surprising, but it's true. It's Tori Spelling. The former Beverly Hills 90210 star admits she can't communicate by regular telecom systems and has to rely on her BlackBerry to keep her in contact with friends and family. She said, "I don't like the phone. I know I'm an oddity, but I'm terrified of the phone." Maybe she thinks the pizza guy is going to jump out of the receiver and get her. I don't know. "I communicate with my BlackBerry. It has saved my life. My husband Dean hates it, but I have to have it with me at all times." That's the celebrity who's afraid of the phone. Coming up after the break, we're going to have some more great music. And coming up into the next hour, I'll have the latest on John Travolta and Ellen, and your thoughts on Ellen DeGeneres. So hang on. Yeah, welcome to the second hour of the Lion's Den. I'm your host, King Leo. The time now is 1:01. Coming up this hour, we got music from Chamillionaire and Mary J. Blige. The latest on John Travolta. What movies topped the box office this week? And somebody's thoughts on Ellen DeGeneres. Right now, Huey Lewis in the news. Back in Time. Chamillionaire and Ludacris with Creepin'. Before that, we heard Whitney Houston and her brand new one, $1 Million Bill. And before that, we heard a classic from the 1980s, Huey Lewis and the News with Back in Time, taking you back to the Back to the Future days, which was like 1985 or so. Now, the latest on John Travolta. Travolta is a key prosecution witness in the extortion case against the paramedic who administered to his son Jet and then allegedly tried to shake down John and his wife Kelly Preston. The long-delayed case finally begins today, and Travolta plans to be there. It's taking place in the Bahamas, where Jet unfortunately died just after New Year's this year at the family's Bohemian retreat. The 55-year-old actor, who has been in Los Angeles doing some preliminary publicity for his upcoming film Old Dogs, is said to be planning to fly to Nassau. I'm pretty sure he's already there, and testify against ambulance driver Torino Lightbourne and his lawyer, former Bohemian Senator Pleasant Bridgewater. They stand accused of trying to extort $25 million out of Preston and Travolta to not release the information to the public. That's what's going on with John Travolta. Coming up after the break, we're going to have some Jay-Z, so hang on. Akon, Kobe O'Donis, Beautiful, The Lion's Den, Ustream TV. BBD and Poison. Before that, you heard Akon, Kobe O'Donis, and Cardinal Official with Beautiful. And before that, T.I. and Mary J. Blige said Remember Me. The time now is 1:41. This is the second hour of The Lion's Den, and I'm your host, King Leo. And right now, I'll tell you what movies topped the box office this past weekend. The new CG animated flick, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, was number one, bringing in $30.1 million. Behind that, The Informant, which just brought over $10.5. Behind that, Tyler Perry's I Can Do Bad All By Myself, which just brought over $10 million in. And number 4 was Jennifer Aniston's new one, Love Happens, which brought in about $8.5 million. And number 5, the new Megan Fox horror flick, Jennifer's Body, which brought in just under $6.8 million. Those are the movies that topped the box office this weekend. Coming up, we're going to have some NLT. Yay! It's Charlie Wilson and T-Pain here with Super Sexy on the Lion's Den on Ustream TV. Charlie Wilson featuring T-Pain with Super Sexy. And the time now is 1:50. This is the Lion's Den. I'm your host, King Leo. And what do you guys think of Ellen DeGeneres being named the 4th judge on American Idol? Now, of course, most, if not the entire world, knows by now that Ellen is the new American Idol judge for the upcoming season. And some fans are split down the middle. Some think it's a good idea to add some sort of fan perspective to the show. Others think it's a not so good idea because, well, she doesn't have a music background. I say don't count her out just yet. We'll see how she does as the season progresses and make a fair judgment then. I think it'll be refreshing to have Ellen on the show. I personally can't wait to see what, Ellen and Simon Cowell get up to. Really, it should be fun. I want to see if they're at each other's throats by the end of the season, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. So, but what do you guys think? Drop me a line at kingleoradio@hotmail.com. Give me your thoughts on Ellen DeGeneres being the 4th judge on American Idol. That's kingleoradio@hotmail.com. Okay, so the time now is 1:51. Unfortunately, my time is up. Join me again on Sunday, the 27th. We'll be back at our regular time of 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on Ustream TV. But right now, let's get into some more music.